Hello again, Giuseppe here, ItalianCookingClass.com. Thank you for joining us. Today we're doing some fresh tortellini. We'll just run through here. You can visualize the actual ingredients. As you can see, we have salt. Obviously a fresh pasta patch from the recipe that we make, grated parmigiano, extra virgin olive oil. These almonds, the actual almonds have been soaking in milk overnight just to make them swell, give it a softer texture as well as a slightly different flavour, and it does make a difference. Radicchio slithered, fresh ricotta and some fresh mince. Now I'll show you what we do with these. First of all, we're going to crush the almonds. Because it's a small amount, it's quick and easy just to get a mortar and pestle. If you don't have a mortar and pestle, crush them whichever way you can. Whether it's in a tea towel, wrap them up, crush them with some heavy device, some kind of bowl or a mallet, you know, for a meat tenderizer, or just put them in a blender, anything that you like. But I've got a mortar and pestle, so I'm just going to crush them up quickly in here. Just break them up quickly first. The mortar and pestle is designed to be used as a push and turn and crush. This is what we do. So we just push and turn, grinding all the pieces down. As you can see in there, it's becoming more even, nearly a paste, but we don't want to get to there. But certainly the bigger pieces, we can spread it out and separate the thicker from the thinner. And any skins that you can pick out, as we have down here, do so, because they don't tend to break up. Okay, back we are. So the mince goes in first, the almonds, parmigiano, extra virgin, the radicchio, ricotta. Cheers! That was a toast to everybody. So, it's a taste. And the two ingredients which I didn't mention, got to mention, one of them is some lemon juice, and the other one, folks, is Vino Cotto. Now, Vino Cotto, folks, is probably one of the most natural, wonderful ingredients that is made by only natural stuff, and the natural stuff is the grape musk. And what it is it's cooked, then it's allowed to sit for some time and actually create a beautiful natural sweetness. It's the best one I've ever tasted. It comes from Melbourne. There is a link on the bottom of this recipe if you want to try it. It goes a long way and you can use it for anything that you like, folks. It's like a syrup, but it's just beautiful, natural, preservative free, 100% just the musk. And it's cooked. It's a family tradition. You can use it for cooking, you can use it to top with on ice cream, in salads, for dressings. So I'm going to add some of this as well, about 2 tablespoons of it. You'll see how thick it is because it really makes a beautiful flavouring. It goes with everything else as well. So we'll mix all this up. As you can see down here, it has really amalgamated into one nice concoction here. I'm going to make some little balls out of that to put in the tortellini. But I'll just let it there to sit, just to get the flavours going through while I make the actual pasta sheet itself. So here I've got the pasta sheets laid out, ready to go, as we have shown in another video recipe. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to cut the shape of the tortellino. You can use a biscuit cutter or you can use the underside of it, whatever you like. Because that's what we're going to make the tortellini in, or out of. Shapes now have been cut out for the tortellini. And what I've done is made an egg wash of egg and just whisked it with a fork. Some people do water it down with water and some milk, but that actually breaks down the pasta itself, the dough itself. So just an egg wash is perfect. And what we want to do with that is we just basically want to just coat the surface of the dough itself before we put the meat on. And the idea of that is once the dough is covered with the egg wash, we allow that to dry before we actually seal it, because it becomes like instant contact. As soon as it touches, it seals it nicely. It glues the surfaces together. Now we're going to put the meat on it. And then by the time we've done them all, the egg wash will be nice and dry and we'll be able to close them off nicely. So the best way to do it is just come up off the side, squash it up against the bowl so you've got an even measure, and then just pop that out like that in there. And we want to have a nice small one, not too big, not too small, not too big, so that we can actually close the pasta over it, and not too big, not too small, because we don't want to just too much pasta there. Now we'll just make these little shapes up. Beautiful. So we'll just pick them up, squash that a little bit, the meat inside a little bit, and we'll just squeeze those ends nicely together. We'll roll that over the face like that. We'll come around and then we'll just pin them around this way. Nice, and that's one tortellino. We'll do the same again for the other one. Just roll them over. Instant adhesion with the dried egg. Pull them over this way. We'll come back around and we'll seal them that way again. Another one. Then turn them that way if you like, whichever way you like. These are the tortellini. Don't be too concerned with the shape and the perfection of them. They will end up being wonderful. When you put all the love into them, you just can't go wrong. Right ingredients, all the passion, love into it, presto, got a beautiful dish. Now we're going to put them in the boiling water. Just to cook them up, we're going to serve them up with a bit of olive oil and some parmigiano. Fantastic. The tortellini have cooked. I've actually cooked them for 5 minutes in total. Put them in the water. As the water boils, they'll come to the surface, and cook them for about 3 minutes once they've come to the surface. Usually takes about a couple of minutes, and that's ample. But you taste them, and if you feel that the texture's a bit hard, well, you cook them a little bit longer, or a little bit shorter if it's a little bit soft, and so on and so on. So it's all about appreciating what you like. It's perfectly okay, folks. It's wonderfully fantastic. Whatever you like is all good. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to top them with some olive oil and some grated parmigiano. Just nicely freshly grated. I mean, how good is that? You can even serve up a bit of butter, a little bit of cream if you like, just to allow all those natural flavours to come through, such as the radicchio that's in there, the almonds, all those will come through nicely, and the ricotta and the parmigiano. So we'll just cut this now and have a little taste. Buonissimo. They are so delicate. The pasta itself, the beautiful touch of bitterness from the radicchio and the sweetness of the Vino Cotto. The almonds coming through with a nice textured crunch, and you've got the ricotta. They all just balance so nicely. Have a try of these, folks. These are wonderful. Tortellini with the ItalianCookingClass.com. Tortellini al Vino Cotto. Tortellini with Vino Cotto, whichever. They are a really superb dish, very simple. Look at the pasta dough that we do earlier on, we've done before. Have a look at that and incorporate it with this recipe or any recipe that you like as a filling, but that is the concept of the tortellino that we make. It's wonderful. Like the video on YouTube, folks. Subscribe to our channel, share the love. We do thank you very much. This is Giuseppe with ItalianCookingClass.com. Arrivederci, buon appetito.